Good afternoon, everybody. Today, our concept is the second unit of EITK, that is Modern Science, Indian Knowledge System, Yoga, and Holistic Healthcare. In this unit, we'll be mainly discussing the concept of scientific inventions in the modern era, as well as the scientific inventions in our ancient knowledge system, and also the comparisons between the modern inventions and also our ancient inventions in our Indian knowledge system. We'll be discussing the importance and emphasis of Sanskrit language. So we'll be discussing various aspects of our ancient knowledge system that are correlated with the modern science. So this unit will start with some quotes by famous philosophers and by famous writers, by famous scientists. So let us start the second unit with a famous quote from Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein once he said, "We should be thankful to Indians who taught us how to count, without which no worthwhile scientific discovery would have been possible." So Albert Einstein said, we must be thankful to Indians because we know that the counting system was discovered or invented by Indians, and without counting system no scientific discovery or no mathematical equation is possible. I think we know this. So this you can understand that Albert Einstein once he said that without Indians no scientific discoveries would have been possible. That's the greatness of India. The second quote from British historian who said, Grant Duff is a very famous British historian. He says, many of the advances in the sciences today that we consider as the most important discoveries in Europe were in fact they were already made in India centuries ago. So another famous quotation by British historian Grant Duff, who says that many of the advances in science that we consider today as the most important things, they were already made in fact in India centuries ago. So this we can understand. And another famous quotation by American historian Will Durant, he says, India is the motherland of our race, and Sanskrit is the mother of European languages. India is the mother of our philosophy. India is the mother of our mathematics, and India is the mother of all ideals embodied in Christianity, self-government and democracy. In many ways, India is the mother of us all. This is another famous quote by American historian Will Durant said. He emphasized that India is the mother land of our race. I think nobody knows the beginning period of human race. But here, one of the famous historians from British, he said that India is the mother of our race and Sanskrit is the mother of all European languages. It was Worf's thesis. Worf was a very famous linguist and researcher, and he said that Sanskrit was the base for many of European languages. As Greek, I think we generally believe that most of our English words, are derived from Greek, French. Like many of European languages are correlated, all are based on Sanskrit language. India is the mother of philosophy. The concept of philosophy was actually originated in India. Later on, we can see that Western philosophy or Chinese philosophy and other religious philosophies, we can find them emerging in the later period of the world or later period of history. But in the beginning, we can see that the concept of philosophy was originally originated in India, in this land. And India is the mother of mathematicians. Before Pythagoras or before many of famous mathematicians, our Indian mathematicians invented many things. The concept of zero and the concept of counting system and many other mathematical equations or inventions were made by Indians. And the many of the ideals that are embodied in Christianity, the concept of religion, religiousness, the comparisons between Christianity, Hinduism, comparisons between Islamic religion and Christianity and Hinduism. These are the major three religions of the world. We can see that the concepts, in all these three religions, most of them are similar. But the origination that we can find it in India, and the concept of self-government and democracy, that long ago that many of our Indian political scholars, they came up with the concepts of self-government and they came up with the concepts of democracy. As we know that India is the largest democratic country in the world. But these concepts were already originated from this country long ago, many centuries ago, that our Indian philosophers talked about democracy. That Indian political philosophers, they talked about democracy, they discussed self-government, and in many ways India is the mother of all. In many of the fields India is already enriched. In many ways, when Vasco da Gama, he wondered when he came to India, when he reached for the first time Calicut, the place in Kerala, he wondered, he was shocked to see the beauty of this country and to see the backbone of the spiritual nature of this country. So in most of the fields, India is already enriched country. Even the medical sciences, Charaka Samhita, Susru Samhita, in Ayurveda, Dhanvantari, Siddha, Unani, in life sciences, in medical sciences, in chemical sciences, in social sciences, in political science, in almost all the fields, India is already a grown-up country. We've already had famous philosophies, famous doctrines in all the fields. And another famous philosopher is Voltaire, a very famous French philosopher. He said that it is very important to note that some 2,500 years ago, it was Pythagoras who came from Samos to Ganges to learn geometry. Pythagoras came to Ganges river. He came from Samos to Ganges to learn geometry. And certainly it would have been one of the greatest journeys and the strangest journeys of his life. So these are the famous